Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the fourth episode. Is it the fourth? I think it is. The fourth episode of the CFC Q&A, the weekly Celtic Q&A series, where I get to answer questions on subjects I wouldn't normally make a full video about, just so we can address them. I can give my opinions, I can hear opinions in the comments, and we all get to hear things that maybe I just don't regularly get to cover. Obviously, this would normally be done on a Sunday. I always aim for a Sunday upload on this every Sunday. Fucking phone, man. I normally aim for every Sunday, as you know, but obviously the old firm kind of taken over this whole weekend, and the match day vlog was uploaded, the match review was uploaded, my match preview was uploaded. It was all kind of old firm, revolved weekend, so we're delaying it back to Tuesday, and it'll go back to normal this week with the Sunday edition of the series. But right now, we are doing it, and let's stop wasting any time. If you want to get involved in the series, you know what to do. Go and follow it at CFCQA118 Twitter. The link is on screen. The handle is on screen. Go and search it up, and every week look for the tweet where I ask your questions and leave your questions in the replies to that tweet. So as I said, let's stop wasting any time, and let's get right into this episode of the CFC Q&A. Liam Riley with the first question of the episode, saying, what Scottish Premiership player should Celtic sign? Now, months ago, this was a very easy question to answer, and that would have been John McGinn. But obviously, he's moved on now. He's went down to England. He's played in the English Championship. And that was one player who I definitely wanted to see come to Celtic. If there was anybody right now within the league that I would like to see come to Celtic, it's probably got, you're probably got to look at defensive options at the end of the day. You know, we've got good enough players moving forward and in the midfield. Maybe another striker now. Dembele's gone, but there's not really any in the league I think of a sufficient quality to play for Celtic and be that kind of threat, both. Well, on a domestic level, there maybe is options, but on a European level, there's not really anybody in the league that I think would be good enough to, meet the demands of what they would have to accomplish at Celtic. So I don't really look there. It's mostly in the defence I'd kind of look at, and maybe even through the goalkeepers, but at the end of the day, I don't think there's many goalkeepers better than Craig Gordon in the league either. So, I mean, if we're looking at centre-halves, the shouts, we're looking at Scott McKenna. One player I'd like to see is John Souttar. I think John Souttar's a cracking defender. Obviously, Hearts have a very good defensive record. He's a Scottish international as well now. He's one player that I'd like to see get a sign of, get a call, and a little link to Celtic. It's not someone I'd go out my way to sign, but if we're talking the Scottish Premiership, that's one of the first players that comes to my mind. That guy, Brophy, did it Kilmarnock? I mean, if he continues on at the form that he's been playing the last couple of games, then he could do really well. He can go far, and maybe about this time next year we'll be saying, let's have a look at him. But if I was to say anybody off the top of my head, with McKenna or Souttar, but preferably John Souttar. I'm quite a fan of that guy. Tom McDade says, would you start Lee Griffiths and French Eddie up front together or separate, and who would you start? Now that we've only got two strikers at the club, I feel like the whole idea and the dream of having the two men up front is out the window. I don't think we can risk that. We can't go with it. Like, if we play Griffiths and Edouard up front together throughout the season, it's only a matter of time before both of them end up getting hot, and then we're left with no first team striking options. We have the choice we've got to look after that is, playing Christie up front, playing Sinclair up front, or Jack Aitchison. It wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be good at all. We need to keep both of them fit at the same time, most importantly, but that's obviously going to be very hard to do. We've got to always keep one available option. So from now until we sign that third striker, right now I think it's just got to be a one-man strike force. We've got to go with that, we've got to roll with it. We've rolled with it for the last two seasons and it's went perfectly fine. So it's not really much to worry about. I was looking forward to a season of Dembele and Edouard being the starting two up front, but obviously that's went out the window. Dembele's now gone. So I would have to say it'd have to be one man right now. I'm not saying Griffiths and Edouard wouldn't be nice to see. Obviously from time to time I might like to see that. I think it would work well. They're both two great strikers. When playing their best can score goals, but it's fitness issues and such. You've got to watch what you're doing, and I would only have the one man up front for the foreseeable future. Jack Kelly asking a very interesting question, saying, how much of the £20 million do you think Brendan will actually get to spend to bring transfers in? In the January transfer window, I feel like we're going to get this urge to sign players. Fans are going to urge the team to go and sign them. I've got to be saying, look, we just got £20 million from Mr. Dembele, go and spend the money. The question is, will Peter Law listen to that cry? Completely different story. We know what to expect. We expect to see stinginess. We expect to see nothing happen, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that's what happens. But Brendan Rodgers surely has got to get to another point in his Celtic career where he's got to sit down with Peter Law and say, look, I came here to try and bring Celtic to the next level. There's no point in me staying here if we're just going to win trebles year after year after year. I want to take this team to the next level on a European scale as well. And to do that, we need to spend money. We have to stop getting... Look, we're more than financially secure. If we were to spend that £20 million, Nothing's going to happen. Nothing. We're still making prize money. We've still made other transfer sales where we've brought money in. We still get our, you know, a TV revenue. We can get the £40 million off the Champions League the last 2 years. That's £80 million right there. We got the money off Virgil van Dijk's sale on. We will be in a very comfortable position if we were to go and spend £20 million this January still. I just don't think it suits Peter Law, and I don't think Peter Law likes the idea of 20 million being gone. But at the end of the day, it's not going to take a massive hit on us because, you know, before we had the 20 million, we're perfectly fine. So what's going to happen when we get that 20 million and spend it? We're just going to be back where we were, and that was absolutely okay. So we should be spending the money. Well, I think we'll do it. Maybe we'll need to. I think the board would rather wait to the end of the season. I guess it depends on the position we are in January. If we're at a point in January where, you know, we've proceeded to the last 32 of the Europa League, and you know, we're looking comfortable, we might just keep the same team we've got. But if we're struggling in the league, which I don't see happening, if, say, we were behind Rangers, Aberdeen or whoever, I think the board would maybe then, yes, go out their way to spend money. But no, at the same time, though, you can look at it, if we get to the last 32 of the Europa League, then hopefully Peter will look at it in a way, right, I want to go and challenge for this. Here's money. Improve the team so we can go far and deep into this competition. That's the way I want them to look at it, and I hope that's the way they do look at it if we progress into the knockout stages of the Europa League. But only time will tell. I think more business is usually and is preferably done in the summer windows. This January, will we spend £20 million? I don't think so. I'd like to know. Celtic Craig 1888, a fucking loyal member of this series, as he commented in the last video. Do you think we have a chance of getting past the group stage of the Europa League? Hail, he says. I think, you know, there's always a chance in the Europa League that we should be getting through. It's a competition which the difficulty level is lowered from the Champions League. You know, in the Champions League, it's always kind of, nah, we're not going to make it through the groups. We're not going to make it in the top two anyway. But in the Europa League, we should always be aiming for it. We should always be hoping for it. We have been handed quite a difficult group. There's no denying about that. Rosenborg, we're going to play them for the 6th time in 2 seasons. We've got Red Bull Leipzig and Red Bull Salzburg, or Rasenballsport Leipzig even. So, I mean, it's a very difficult group. You know, a top team in Germany, the top team in Austria, who went quite far into the competition last year. Ultimately, though, if we can play our best football, if we can play and get the points at Parkhead, I'm confident we can head through. I'll probably do a more in-depth video about this, so I won't when the group stages do start. So I'm not going to go too in-depth about it, but I'm confident we can do it. I think if we can get those home points secured and not do anything stupid, stop making defensive errors and such, we give away points easily, I can see sending through to the last 32 of the Europa League. Zach Goodwin, good pal Zach, asks, how do I feel Dembele leaving will affect team dynamics? If anything, a lot of people might argue that it's improving team dynamics because of the way he left the club and he kind of left training, and a lot of people will argue he threw toys at the pram, and to an extent he probably did, you know, saying he wanted to go, he was unhappy, he was getting kept, and people weren't sticking to their word and such. So a lot of people might be happy, you know. There's obviously friends, he's got the club in Cham and Edouard, they were really close free, as we all knew, the French connection as we called them, who obviously will be missing the guy, but I don't imagine it'll affect us too greatly. I don't see the team breaking down or anything. I mean, we've seen how we played on Sunday, it was a fantastic team performance, we dominated the game, the team looked smooth as silk. I don't think there's anything to worry about. I don't think the team chemistry or dynamic will be ruined at all. At the end of the day, Celtic know what they need to do, and they do it well, and Brendan Rodgers is ultimately the best guy to be at the helm of a football club in these sort of situations, and I'm sure he's got everything under control, and I have no doubt about that whatsoever. So no, I don't think Dembele even will have too much of an effect on the dynamic. It does have an effect on the quality of how we have in our team. Obviously we're losing a big player, a big game player who has got bags of quality to his name, but when it comes to dynamics, I'm sure the team will cope. I'm sure they'll move on. You've got to deal with players leaving all the time, and sure they'll be adjusted to it. So it could have went anyway. It could be good, it could be worse, but I expect them to just remain the same. Adam Mitchell asks, as my monitor turns off, Nick Musa has left. Is the dominance over? No, I don't think so. I think Sunday said everything, didn't it? We were very dominant. It was only a 1-0 scoreline. There's still a long way to go. We can't just... I think it's really set the tone for the season and showing that Celtic are still at another level. I'm not saying that the league is done. There's still a long way to go. You can't really say things are done after 4 league games. But I don't think the dominance is over yet. I think this season we're still going to be the top dogs. I still think we can go on and challenge for that treble once more. Ultimately, we are still a far better side than anyone in the league. So right now, I don't think the dominance is on. I don't think one player is going to change that. As good as a player he was and as big a supporter as I was in Mr. Dembele, I don't think that's going to take away from the team's impact and the whole team's aura. You know, we've still got fantastic players everywhere else on the park. Defensively, obviously, still a little bit weak. We've brought in someone in Benkovic. Still, right now, I think we are the force to be reckoned with, and we will be for the foreseeable future until vast improvements are made elsewhere. Obviously, that can be this season, but we've still got a long way to go. Right now as we speak though, I don't see any reason why not Celtic can't go and win a treble. Final question I'm going to use for this episode is from Adam Adderlad57 saying, will I do a Celtic career mode on PES 2019 when Celtic Park is released into the game? Yes, I will. And also I'll be doing one for FIFA, but I'm still trying to work out what I do. Obviously I don't want to do 2 Celtic career modes in 2 different games, that's just kind of boring. So I might do a Become a Legend on PES and then do a career mode on FIFA. We'll see how things work. I don't know what people want to see, what you want to see, let me know. It's also a lot of work and a lot of commitment and such, especially university coming up and that, so it will be difficult, but I'll find a way to get stuff out, and hopefully maybe just a shorter series in one game and a longer series in the other. We'll work something out, and there will be something from each game this year. I'm actually going to answer one more question, I feel like it. Final question then, Fredo Forrester, is the Old Firm the best derby in the world? Yes, absolutely, no question about it. No game matches the passion, no game matches the intensity, and no game matches the importance of the Old Firm. I know there's derbies around the world, such as you go over to Argentina and that, and the games are massive and the fans are just as, if not even more rabid, but up here this is a massive game and has always meant so much from the the day it was fucking created. So in my opinion, it is the best derby in the world, and there is not one that could top it in my eyes. That does it then for this episode of the CFC Q&A, guys. If you have enjoyed, make sure to go and hit like and subscribe. Also, let me know your opinions to my opinions in the comments below. And get following the Twitter and check out the tweet, which will be up sometime this week for the 5th episode on Sunday. Also, go and check out CJ Novo 992's channel. He obviously, right, I know he's a Rangers fan, but there's no need to fucking snatch at that, and no need to, moan and greet. I'm now involved in an SPFL talk show series, the SPFL show on his channel every Monday live from 7 to 8 o'clock. The first one is up to rewatch. If you didn't manage to catch it live, it was a great fun and a great time doing it. I enjoyed it very much. And we're trying our best to kind of put, team allegiances aside, and we're just trying to talk about the league and such to make it interesting for everyone. So if you are interested, make sure to head over to his channel and you will see that there. Like and subscribe, as I said, and I'll see you all next time.